Have you ever gone to the supermarket or a grocery shop or a boutique or any place that, things are sold and you had a particular amount of money with you, budgeted for whatever you intend to buy at a particular place? At the same time, you saw something that you liked, you cherished, but you could not afford it or you were unable to buy it or pay for it. Simply because you believed that what you had or the money you have cannot afford that particular thing. Do you know why? Because liking is one thing. Yes, there's no point as there is nothing bad in desiring something great, something spectacular. There's no point desiring it. No, there's nothing bad in desiring it. However, if you do not have what it takes, you might not be able to get that particular thing. Let's use for a case study. Currently, we have among the major brands of cars globally, we have the Tesla. I mean the most expensive cars in the world. We have the Tesla EV, we have the Chinese EVs, and we also have some few gasoline products that that are very expensive, such as Aston Martin, Rolls Royce, and the rest of them. Now, I want to ask you, if you're somebody who earns $50,000 in a year as your annual turnover, you don't have any business going to buy a Tesla car, because even if you manage to get it, you struggle with its maintenance. What does that mean? You are desiring to get something that is big or that is great or something that you've never had before. It therefore means that you have to do what you've never done before. And among such, your sacrifices, you must have to pay the degree or the level of sacrifice you've never paid in history to get such. Relentlessness, you must put in the level of relentlessness that you've never put into whatever kind of work that you are doing that will get you, that will put you on a path in getting you to that particular destination. Sorry, not your how, yeah, your why. That is, why do you want to get there? Your why must be very strong enough. When your why is strong enough, it makes your how becomes easier. If you are a student, you desire a very high grade. Why do you desire that very high grade? Maybe you want to use your degree to pursue a scholarship in further studies or in advanced studies. So based on the fact that that degree you need it to pursue an advanced studies or to advance your study on a scholarship basis, you know that you cannot afford to actually to sleep on it. You must not get a lower grade, or you must not be on the average grade. Hence, you'll be reading day and night and, at every opportunity that comes your way. When people are going to party, you're not going to be, even if you manage to party, you're going to be partying with caution, because you know that time is not there. You want to study to the extreme. When people are sleeping, you want to be studying. When people are in class, when everyone is in class, you are in class, but you are jotting extra things down, both what your lecturer says you should jot and what he says you should not jot. You are jotting everything down. You're going to ask almost all the possible questions that you can ask. You're going to do every revision possible. You're going to do a lot of late night study just to ensure that you get a very good grade and graduate with a very good looking degree that can afford you such a scholarship. Guess what? Let's assume that maybe it's not a scholarship that you need it for. You want to work in a very good or reputable organization that, they desire quality degrees or quality certificates or certifications rather. This agency or this organization, they cherish good results if they must employ a particular person, he must have good grades in his graduating results. So you are going to do a lot of, you're going to sweat a lot. You are going to sweat the way I'm sweating now. Why? Because you know what you are aiming. Are you also in your career? You want to get to the peak. You want to get to the zenith of your career. It therefore means that it is either you have to displace some people that are ahead of you legally, or you do not get there. Now, displacing them legally is this. Let's assume that you have persons that are ahead of you in that job line or in that career. Yes, let's use that job line. And these people, they are not going for further training programs. Remember that every career, for you to grow, majority of the careers, for you to continue growing, you need to go further training, further workshop, further conferences, and the rest of them. Guess what? These people who are ahead of you, majority of them are not going. And you desire that zenith. You want to be at the zenith. You know what you'll be doing? You're going to be going for conferences, workshops, trainings, seminars, a lot of them. And you know what? It's going to also affect your pocket. So majority of your salary is not going to just be for food, clothes, transportation. You have to systematically starve yourself in a way so as to ensure that you're able to do some sort of savings that can be able to work to fund this your conferences, to fund this your workshops, to fund this your seminars, to fund this your constant external training that you'll be going for from time to time. And it is when you've had these certifications, these certifications, licenses, and the rest of them, that you can be able to displace majority of these people that are ahead of you legally. Remember, I said displacing them legally. That means there is nothing here that you are doing illegally, or you are not using any form of manipulation, any form of, voodoo against anyone, or witchcraft or satanic approach. No. What you're doing here is illegal. By the time they want to promote that particular person and, they promote you to where they are, or they look at their criteria for promotion, you have more criteria more than them. Even though they are higher than you, possibilities based on you have more criteria for promotion, more supporting documents that can facilitate your promotion than these people. Your possibility or your chances of being promoted over these people is very high. And by such, you discover that those who were ahead of you before, you now easily climb over them, and just like that, and you keep going. Is it also in you? Now, do you know some of the price you're going to be paying now is associated with, with you having late night rest, traveling journey up and down, sleeping in hotels, not being able to cater for your family properly sometimes, because you are spending a lot of money just to ensure that you get better. You're going to be buying books, those seminars, workshop, conferences, and the rest. They are not free. You're going to be paying for them, and majority of the time, your organization that you work for may not sponsor such conferences, may not sponsor your attendance of such conferences. You understand? So that's what is there. Then let's now go to business. You want to grow. Therefore means that you have to put in work towards a strategic partnership, strategic collaboration. You have to live wherever you are to meet the people you intend to collaborate with. And stuff like that. So you see that the price of greatness is very big, and if you must get there, therefore means that the only way to get there is to pay it. No, you can't. You do not stand a chance if you can't pay it. All right. So that's it. If you have any question to this, you can do what to drop in the comment section. This is Deficit Podcast, and as usual, peace.